Hi there, this is Raffaello Manacorda. I'm talking to you from Koh Phangan, Thailand. And today in this beautiful tropical island we have a full-on blackout. Like the power has gone about 2 hours ago and who knows when it will come back. I actually knew about this, I had been told yesterday, but nevertheless when the power was cut I found myself completely taken aback. And this is what I would like to talk about with you today. About addiction and our resistance to change, to events that change our daily routine. Although I may consider myself to be a free person, a free spirit, however you want to call it, the fact is that when something shifts and changes my routine or simply changes my plans, I get very pissed off. And I'm sure many of you watching this video today will feel the same. For example, the fact that today there is no power here means that, okay, sure, I can record videos like I'm doing now, talking to you, but I cannot do a lot of things that I planned on doing. I wanted to, because there is no internet, for example. I wanted to do this and that, and there being no internet, I cannot do it. I wanted to take a hot shower, and I cannot do it. I wanted to go get a fruit shake, and I won't be able to do it because there's no power. It's so interesting to notice how a part of me resists to this change and simply gets angry and frustrated about things going in a different way than I wanted them to go. What is it? What is that part of us that doesn't like change, wants things to be always the same? Well, I believe that, to put it very quickly, the part of us that doesn't like change is the mind. Our mind is a paradox. On one hand, it loves things to be constantly new and fresh, and we jump from one interest to another, from one thought to another, without ever being still with our minds. However, at the same time, our mind doesn't like change at all. So how does that work exactly? Well, I believe our mind loves to jump from one thing to another, but it hates being forced to do so. Like in this example, if we can change the subject of our attention every few seconds the way we want, then that's all good and fine. If I can think about the weather and then what I'm going to tell you in a few seconds and then what I'd like to eat in a few minutes, then my mind loves that. But if someone would come and force me to pay attention to anything, like look at the tree, look at whatever, your image in the mirror, look at the book on the table, then my mind hates that, doesn't like to be forced to switch the attention to something. And this is exactly what happens when the external circumstances force us to change our focus. For example, today for me, there not being any electricity, power outage, then I need to shift my focus into something else. And my mind resists it because it doesn't like to be bossed around. It loves to be the boss, to be the one in command. So in a certain sense, our minds want things to be constantly different, to jump from one point of attention to another continuously, but at the same time, it wants to do it its own way. It doesn't like at all to be forced by external circumstances or by ourselves to shift its attention to something else. And this is why that can actually become a wonderful way to train the mind. Changing our plans on purpose. Adapting to change, to different circumstances on purpose. So like, for example, if you had decided that today it will be a productive working day, you would do this and that and this and that and this and that. Once in a while, not always, you can give it a try and change the plan completely and turn it into a relaxing day, or vice versa. If you had decided that today it was going to be a relaxing day, then you can turn it into a full-on work productive day, just to train your mind to obey to you instead of bossing you around. For example, now it has started to rain. I didn't expect that to happen, which means I will have to cope with that and speak louder or maybe just bring this video to a conclusion. One way or another, I hope you got the message. Resistance to change, resistance to modification of our plans is a feature of our mind. Our mind wants to be in control. It wants to boss us around. So in order to train it, in order to regain control, let's give it a try and change our habits every now and then and see what happens. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you feel like it, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified of more videos coming in the next few days. This is Raffaello Manacorda, this is rainy Kopangan, and I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.